Hi, welcome to another video. So, after the recent launch of GPT 5.4 and also Opus 4.6, there's a debate as to which is the best option to use, GPT 5.4 or Opus 4.6, and whether you should opt for Codex or Claude Code subscription plan, because they are quite expensive. And it is not easy to opt for both for many people, because paying $400 a month is really expensive. Many of you were asking me in the comments what I think is the best option currently. Now, this comparison will be based on my usage patterns and stuff, and not based on specific tasks or benchmarks, because no benchmark can tell the real-life struggles of using these things, because they are not just models anymore. They are experiences at the end of the day, and some are better than others. Let's talk about what both Codex and Claude offer. But before we get into that, I want to quickly talk about today's sponsor, On Demand. If you've been trying to build AI agents, you know the pain. You find one tool for summarization, another for web scraping, another for data analysis, and then you spend more time stitching them together than actually getting work done. On Demand solves this. On Demand is a platform where you can discover, assemble, and automate AI agents all in one place. They have an agent marketplace with over 400 agentic tools ready to go. So instead of hunting for tools and figuring out APIs, you just browse, pick what you need, and deploy. That gives you over 1,200 possible agent combinations, which is insane. But the cool part is the playground. You take these agents and assemble them into a workflow for your exact use case. And once it works, you turn it into a full automation using their flow builder. It's visual, no code, and lets you chain multi-agent workflows that run repeatedly without you touching anything. You can also bring your own models, and it's privacy first with secure connectors. Sign up through my link in the description, and you'll get $5 in free credit. Go check it out. So, for Codex, if you take the ChatGPT $200 subscription, or even the $20 one, then you get access to GPT 5.4 or GPT 5.3 Codex if it isn't rolled out to your account yet. You also get Codex Web, where you can give it a GitHub repo and it can work on it on the web. You also get ChatGPT Pro or Plus for ChatGPT stuff, as well as Atlas browser for agentic surfing, advanced voice mode, and their GPT image models, and limits for Codex are generally better than Claude's. But remember that this might be temporary, because they are just trying to onboard more and more people, and limits will eventually go down. Anyway, one of the downsides of Codex is that it is bad at front-end. It just tries to use its own front-end aesthetics for everything, which throws me off a bit. But otherwise, I think that their new GPT 5.4 is a good model with some quirks, but it does get most jobs done, and people say that it's better at some stuff. But I haven't found anything that Codex does better than Opus, or even anything that Opus does better than Codex. Now, let's talk about Claude Code. In Claude, you get the Opus 4.6 and Sonnet 4.6 models, and both of them are really good. The limits are also very good. Claude Code Web is also great, and Claude Code just has better integrations and a better community around it. So, if a new thing comes out tomorrow, then you can probably get on the bandwagon much more quickly, because it will probably support Claude Code out of the box. You also get Claude for Chrome, which is like the agentic browsing that OpenAI does with Atlas. You also get Cowork, which is actually really good. It has its quirks, but it generally performs really well. Opus 4.6 is overall a really good model. You can easily get great front-end results with it, and great back-end results with it as well. And if you install skills to it, then it works much better than Codex, in my opinion, in grasping that knowledge and applying it in some weird way to make something work. Also, many people say that Opus can produce slop. I mean, yes, it can, but so can Codex. It's just a dumb debate to have with AI models because any model can produce slop if prompted badly. So, there is that. Claude Code has also got a new mobile integration that allows you to track Claude Code's progress on your mobile if you go away. And generally, Claude Code is just more and more feature-rich. It gets really good features every week, and mostly other CL is just copy what it does. So, you get the best and latest features here mostly. It is also a much better experience out of the box than what you get with anything else. One more thing that I want to talk about is how powerful new models from a given company are. So, generally, what happens is that Claude comes out with a new model, and OpenAI and others mostly catch up to that for a while until they release another one. What I mean is that, unless they do a big blunder, you will probably have a great experience for your entire time. And as models get better, you'll keep having a good experience with Claude Code without feeling like you're missing out on something or the other. Their agent SDK is also now much more fleshed out. So, you can build your own vibe-coded contraptions on it for your specific task as well, whereas Codex's SDK and documentation are a bit finicky. Also, as OpenAI updates their models, they change a lot, and you need to change your prompts and everything, whereas the ones from Anthropic stay very much the same. Anthropic just innovates on the experience much better, I think. For example, one of the best features is agent skills, or even MCP before that. Agent skills were introduced by Anthropic, and then later on everyone basically integrated that as well. So, generally, you get just a better and newer experience with Claude Code. Obviously, these are just my experiences, but I do believe Claude Code with Opus or Sonnet is a better option that I can recommend to anyone blindly rather than something like Codex. So, yeah, that is great. What I can recommend you if you can afford is that you can have a $20 Codex plan for some stuff where you think that Opus might be lacking, and use the $200 Claude Code plan as the main. Though, I'd highly recommend you to use the GLM coding plan as well in conjunction to Opus, as I think that GLM5 is very similar to Codex in many ways, and it's very inexpensive as well. So, that is kinda great for sure to have. For me, I only use Claude Code and GLM, and sometimes I use things like GPT-5.4 through Verdant or KiloCL as API. I always keep some amount in AP is generally in Kilo's products, as I can use it throughout all their things. I am using their CLI these days, and GPT 5.4 works much better than Codex there. So, I do use that quite a bit. I think Codex has its upsides, but as an overall experience, I think Claude Code takes the cake for me. That is majorly about it. So finally, if you ask me what you should use, then it's Claude Code. Overall, it's pretty cool. Anyway, share your thoughts below and subscribe to the channel. You can also donate via Super Thanks option or join the channel as well and get some perks. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.